Tricia McNeely. I am an illumined blue-ray twin flame from Chicago, Illinois. I hope you're doing well today. I want to let you know what part of this month of February is bringing, especially for a lot of people's counterparts. And that is final flings. That's what I'm calling final flings. Now, what would these final flings be? In some ways, this is a last-ditch effort to hang on to a lifestyle that's going away, lifestyles that need to change, living situations that need to change, trying to get a job, but in the same line of work when you know you're sort of done with it. Now, for a lot of people, this just comes out in their feelings. They don't actually get really clear verbatim guidance on what they need to do, and they're trying to make it work. There is, with this final fling, a certain level of complacency that, hey, if it's not broken, why should I have to change it or fix it? However, as we approach April, things are getting more and more narrow, and this is particularly for the people who have met each other, are aware of each other, and pretty much know each other. Now, some of you have been getting to know each other, not just across the miles, but in different levels. It's been throwing you off a bit, and that's understandable. However, this is intended to be fully physical. And just to say this also, because this is a part of the final flings, all of the connections that you need are embodied within one person. And that person, if you've met them or it's been pointed out to you by your heart, your higher self, or by even angels and guides, you're going to know it. You're just going to know, no matter how much your ego tries to say, well, maybe not, maybe it's not. And a lot of people don't want to have to do the work it takes to get everything cleaned up and get ready. Nobody likes getting their mess cleaned up from the karmic playground, but it is necessary. The larger messes have been largely alleviated, and you're enabled to now. So this is going to be people that are twin flames feeling that they've left 3D behind. And for a lot of you, you felt it distinctly right at the end of the year. I myself, while I was sitting at a show on New Year's Eve day, towards evening, just felt something lift off, and that was it. And it just evaporated right then and there. But it's been going through several cycles. I'm actually very happy about that. Some people have not been having a pleasant experience with leaving 3D. It literally feels like you're getting pushed out the door, shoved out, people nasty to you, doors being slammed in your face, every which way you turn, it's just not going well. And this may be some of your counterparts, which is why you should be holding everything that you've been receiving for both of you. So, twin flames that feel they've left 3D behind, also, the ones who've met will continue in much shorter cycles to keep coming together again and again and again. So you're going to find that, should you have met each other, that you'll suddenly bump into each other and, oh, I didn't know you come here for coffee. Oh, yeah, I come here for coffee every day. Oh, well, I had to go to a place right nearby here and I stopped for coffee and here you were. Well, I'm really happy to see you. How's everything going? Gosh, I just want to ask him why he hasn't called for 6 months. Gosh, she looks beautiful. I almost forgot how lovely she is, and wow, she feels fabulous. I really want to just question him, but why do I feel inhibited about questioning him? And here we are. And if she's wise, she will use this as an opportunity to be fresh and new and lovely. But they will keep coming together and coming together and coming together until they stick like glue. However, the connections on the inside, this is what needs to clear, because the personal things that couples have engaged in, this one on this end of the union, this one on this end of the union, still needs to be cleared out. You still need to help everything that will be nearby your union to adjust. So shorter and shorter cycles, some of this has been going in cycles that have lasted a year, 5 years, 2 years, 6 months. You haven't heard from the person. You wonder if they think about you. And no, you're not forgotten. You're never forgotten. But like I say about this level of complacency, especially if you have a couple like this. Oh, hi. How are you? I wonder if she's still married. I don't know. I really want to ask her. But yeah, if she were married, like maybe I should just look at her hand and see if there's a ring there. I can't really tell. I can't tell. What do I feel? Yeah, but if she wasn't married, wouldn't she reach out for me? Wouldn't she try to make contact with me? Why is he just staring at me like this? I just don't understand it. Does he see me? Does he even think about me? Doesn't even wonder what I've been doing or how I've been mistreated for several years? Why didn't he come to my rescue? I just don't even know. I mean, she's so lovely. There must be guys hitting on her all the time. I probably wouldn't really have a chance after all the way things ended. I just really won't be able to somehow, have a second chance. Have a second chance. Have a second chance. Have a second chance. And you're going to have second and third and fourth and fifth until the two of you learn to get along with each other. Until the learning to get along is not a chore. Until it's a pleasure. Until you actually feel each other. And this is coming up for people through shorter and shorter cycles until they stick. This is also an alleviation of the masculine and the feminine dynamic, which has been brought through, and you'll see it in all kinds of things. It can be felt like judgmental, oppressive, chauvinistic, sexist, deprecating to masculine, deprecating to feminine, all kinds of things. There's a lot of teeny tiny subtle masculine feminine dynamics that are coming out of people. Some of it is getting popped out on the other end, which is why you are separated from your twin. Why? So they don't dump all their stuff on you. If you have someone that feels as though, hey, once I get you to the point where you like me and you love me, why should I have to work at anything? It stays at that level, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The energies and the love that you are is constantly moving, constantly creating, making new, doing it better, becoming who you are. And so the old relationship dynamics, they just will not work. They won't work. They just, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, they don't carry over into your union. And other things will not carry over also because you are becoming entirely new. So some of it won't work with anyone that's near you. Oh, before I go further, my son wanted to draw a few more flags here. So shout outs to, or hello to all my viewers in Germany, Slovenia, the UK, the US. And on this side, we have New Zealand and France. And there's more people than that I've spoken to. Thanks for people reaching out and letting me know where you are on the globe, in the global scheme of things. I hope that map helped a lot of people to kind of see some of the bigger picture here. So I want to show you something. We have a lucky couple here who, she knows who he is. And he knows things, he knows they have a connection. But what does he keep doing? Well, he keeps, let me bring this here for you to see this better. He keeps having, whoops. having final flings in the soul family pool. So she's here. She's done a lot of stuff. He's taking a nosedive right back in. He loves it in there. Why? Because he knows it. He's learned how to survive in the soul family. This is a group of souls that have incarnated with each other. And so there's familiarity. There's people. He's learned how to push the buttons. He's learned about male-female dynamics. He's learned how to work the wiles and to work his masculine wiles. He's learned about feminine wiles, and he's learned about all of that. And she's saying, climb out of there. I'm here. We get to be with each other now. This isn't like all the other lives. And he's saying, nope, this is what I know. This is what I know what to do. I know how to be this, that, and the other thing. I know how to have sex. I know how to have that. But if you don't leave, we are not going to be together. And this is a very prevalent issue of having these final flings out in the soul family. Why is it an issue? Because when one person starts, the other one will frequently become discouraged. And it's been very hard to hold out. It's been very hard to hold out against peer pressure, especially if you're young, if you're of childbearing age. It's very difficult. If, like a lot of people, you have other considerations, such as how you were brought up, what's your family going to say, what's everybody else going to say, and how would you remove yourself from this? How would you move it along so that it doesn't feel like that for either of you? Because it's one thing if one is taken the plunge and, gone swimming again in that energy of the old soul group, the old soul family. However, it still needs to be cleared out. You still need to detach. And if one of you is detached, one of you will be over here while expecting the other one to, yes, catch up to you. And you can't get alarmed about this. This is a process. There was a time that you left and you started to do things while your other is going to have this with you helping them. Yes, your other will need the help. So, how do you help? Well, a lot of the help, as some of you are finding out, is through these ascension symptoms, the things that, bump your body, make your body feel uncomfortable, and start upgrading you. How do you find out what's going on and a comfort level with it? Well, that is what I teach, and not only do I teach that, I am doing something new with all of my live webinars. I have one coming up this coming weekend, February 10th and 11th. It is part 2 of my Angelic Heritage webinar. We do a guided meditation, and we do get everyone to feel in this. Because that is where it is at, ladies and gentlemen. It is in feeling each other. You cannot do things by attacking your twin. We've kind of learned that. We've learned that. You can't do things by accusing or judgment. How do you do it? You draw in, you attract, okay? You have a huge tractor beam in your heart. What's happening is you're sifting out what you don't want along with what you want to keep. Now, your twin is the biggest fish in that ocean that you are keeping, and you're tossing out the rest. And this is not an impossible thing. There are many couples together. And yes, many of them have felt that they have left 3D behind. Why? Because they actually have. They're living at a different level of experience. And so in many ways, they are untouchable by the things of the karmic 3D world. That is the net effect, one of the net effects. Now there's something even bigger taking place, which I do talk about in my Angelic Heritage webinar. I talk about who you are, what types of angelics, where you come from, points of origin, why, along with some things about the body, the children. Because a lot of people would like to have children, or you're finding somehow your twin went ahead and made a baby with somebody else. And this is a big source of upset with people, is they will be cranking along and saying that they're holding space, and then when they get to the physical reality, they find out something very shocking, very disturbing, very upsetting, and it sends them reeling for days. But this is not a deal breaker. We have been doing 3D, physical, survivalistic living with karmic soulmates for lifetimes. So that's not a news flash. But the impact of it emotionally, that is what throws people off balance. And that is what will send people, reeling as their ego breaks down. So everything is intended to be physical here. You are intended to avoid your own final flings with the last stuff. And this could be addictions, it could be people, it could be organizations, it could be things that aren't working for you. It could even be a hobby. Like I know people that have a group of, they play cards or something, and somehow it's just not working with that group anymore, and they feel very strongly to break up with it, although they don't know why. And the reason why is you're leaving things behind that you're not taking with you into your union. Your entire lifestyle is changing for many of you. And it will not only be better, it will be supportive of your union. So if you would like to join my webinar, my Angelic Heritage webinar, part 2, please see the link below. If you would like to talk to me for a session to find out some things that are going on in your union, why this, why that, I do get answers, and I get them with guidance, as well as having quite a bit of support material for you. Now, that's one of the key differences here, ladies and gentlemen, also, is that there are people that, aren't really, maybe it's not their time, or they don't feel it's their time. And other people have a real sense of urgency. I've got to get there. I've got to get there. The exit is right there. I can feel it. And my whole new life is right beyond the door. And it will be very urgent for them. It feels that way. You may wonder why your twin doesn't feel a sense of urgency. Well, they are. They are, and especially for this first quarter of the year. There was a sense of urgency to put people together again and again and again until they make it stick, okay? Not where you have intermediaries, not where you're asking for any other assistance than yourself. It's up to you to want it, wish it, make it happen, but it happens through your light bodies. That is the how of it. And I am the teacher of the new light body. I have information that helps to make this much easier for you. So if you feel like you've been lost on the path, if you are feeling as though things are going in the opposite direction of what you may have envisioned by this point, give it a try. Give it a try. And I will be including the recording with that from part 1. It's all included in the price, and the link is below. Thank you so much for watching. We really do have a big event here coming up in April, and it is true about the divine masculine energy coming in. However, it is more than divine masculine. It is divine masculine and divine feminine. It's an alleviation of old dynamics, which means the old paradigms, and it is also being liberated from things. So if you feel like you can't really be free, you really don't know what to do, or, how is some of this going to play out? Come on and join. I feel that you'll like it. I get a lot of great feedback on it. And it is something where it's very immersive and it can be interactive. You can just listen or you can participate. That's your choice. I don't insist that you participate. It is an online event, which makes it easy to join from several time zones. So I hope to see you there. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great week. I will be back with more information for you on what's happening. And I just hope that you're doing well. Please hang in here. Please know that as confusing as these energies are, you're not crazy. You really do know things. And most of all, you know who your person is. They're not to be selected from a pool of soulmates. You've already been doing that. You've already been doing that for lifetimes. There's one person, and everything you need is packed inside that person. So thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye now. Hello. Hi. I'm Patricia McNeely. I am an illumined blue-ray twin flame from Chicago, Illinois. I hope you're doing well today. I want to let you know what part of this month of February is bringing, especially for a lot of people's counterparts. And that is final flings. That's what I'm calling final flings. Now, what would these final flings be? In some ways, this is a last-ditch effort to hang on to a lifestyle that's going away, lifestyles that need to change, live